Welcome everyone to Beardstones, Mr.Beardstone's Perfect World Post-Production. And in between episodes, I have spaghettied, and I have spaghettied hard. And it's really freaking fun. So, automation is here. Like, a lot of automation is here. I've just been messing with it. So, basically, I made another tall windmill. I don't know what I'll do. I don't probably I'll probably replace them as soon as I get steam power. But for now, tall windmills are here to win. Going from there into a shaft. The reason why the shaft is here is because I didn't want it going into this encased drain drive. This encased gear shift is going in here. Well, it's to actually for this gear shift so I can switch. I don't have to switch sides here on this. This is spinning counterclockwise into clockwise, going up here. And the reason why this is spinning counterclockwise is because the way I put them on here, I didn't want them to be backwards, basically. So there, and I don't have to switch that. And then that's on 256. Everything is running. Back here at the back is a setup for automated precision mechanisms. So I just need, it's still not completely automated yet. I have to manually put in the cogs and the iron nuggets into the system for it to make it. And then I just go over here, throw in however many golden sheets I want in there to make precision mechanisms, and it'll make precision mechanisms for me. They are filtered for the cogs, so this is filtered for the small, that's filtered for the large, and that's filtered for the nuggets. All these gear boxes here are just to get the belts running. The belts were an adventure of getting. These are here for belts purposes. This right here, starting from here, this is input onto a belt that goes up. I wanted to go up because I had my burning system here and I didn't want to move it. Also, this whole section right here is disconnected. This whole windmill, front and back, is its own system. Everything from this spot here that way is on that windmill over there. And so, input. Anything I want to make in the mixer can be input here. Goes up, goes down, goes into the mixer. Depending on what it is which direction it goes. If it's something like, this should be empty now. So if it's any of the andesite alloy, brass ingots, cogwheels, large cogwheels, they will come out here and go into this. And I just made me a bunch of little cogwheels. But if they are rose quartz, they go in this direction, get ground up, and come out here and becomes polished rose quartz. This whole thing here is from the Create Enchantment Industries. It's a little thing where you can automate the polishing of the rose quartz. Is all that's there for. Well, the other thing it does is it grinds up the XP nuggets, large, small, medium, whichever, and turns it into liquid XP. But we'll set that up over there at the XP farm. Now, the next thing is the interesting part was getting this cogwheel at max speed without breaking it. If this cogwheel is going at 256 RPMs, it will break with default settings. So what is right above it is known as a adjustable chain gear shift. You give it a redstone signal, as long as it's not on the main power, it will gear shift down in RPMs half it. So this thing halved the RPMs that I'm getting of 256 down to 128, so this thing can run at max speed. I don't know if it's possible ever to figure out how to get this thing to go at 256. I just have it going at 128 right now. So yeah. My burner system and my washing system are all the same. I've moved my burner over here. I've taken my old system here. In fact, I forgot to get a shaft out. And I moved it. I'm going to put these back. Actually, if I place them the correct way. So there, and then there, and there. And there you go. And there's supposed to be like a fence or something else, but I'm not going to worry about it. But yeah. So basically, actually, this whole system over here is now useless as well. I can repurpose that. Oh, it's so different once you get the automation section going. But yeah, all this stuff is just, you know, stuff to make sure this is all here like this. This is still a gear shift. This gear shift is there to make sure the fan goes in the right direction. Learning process, man, learning process. This is my Minty Haunter setup. This whole setup right here was just to make that one infested stone we used last episode to do the thing of infested stone fixing, filtering. I'm going to go ahead and go to bed because I heard an Enderman and I don't want to deal with it. I know it's upset because of the rain, but just to make sure it doesn't come over here and I somehow accidentally look at the damn thing. I've had to take up my pole so I can get back here for right now. All of this is going to move eventually. I'm planning on making like a factory eventually, and we're going to start at making cobblestone and go forward. But until I need a mini factory to make the big factory, is what I found out in this mod pack. So that's what I have here. Automation to make bigger automation is what this is. Basically is what you do in this mod pack is you start with your small automation with something like this, and then you expand out into bigger automation. And that is what this whole thing right here is my next step. I'm going to have to change some stuff around. I'm going to do that in between episodes. I had to take up all of my log systems, stripping the logs. I just did not have room with the deployers. So what I'm planning on doing is I'm planning on moving it here. I probably should have left this off. I'm probably just going to move it over here because I don't need it to go fast, super fast or anything. Oh, but it's so nice to have this. It's going to make it easier. So basically, like I just made all these cogwheels. Throw a stack of shafts and a stack of wood in there. Planks, wood planks, and it will go through, you know. But an interesting thing though, you have to filter the basin that you mix it in because there's two recipes that the cogwheels can come from. So if we go to the small cogwheel, we can just look at it. So it's a shaft and a plank, and it makes a small cogwheel. But if you go to use on it, you can go, which one is it? There it is. A small cogwheel plus a plank will equal a large cogwheel. If you just throw a stack of shafts and a stack of planks in there, you will get you will get half a stack of large cogwheels. I didn't know that when I did that. I thought it would just make me small cogwheels and I would have to put it through again to make large cogwheels. But the small cogwheels could not come out of the basin fast enough and just got mixed up into large. Because there's another recipe where if we go to, well, I was on it. I could just do this. Let me do this right here. if we go to recipes here, there's another one which just is shaft and 2 planks. If this recipe didn't exist, I could do it like I was talking about, as I would just put it back through the system. But with it like this, I have to manually filter the basin, which I can now take off because I'm not going to be making that anymore. What you do is you just have to leave one side of these open, and then you just throw it off in there. Throw your filter off in there, and it will only make that item. Kind of like you will only make, if you're using the cutting deal, you will only make the cutting recipes that you want when you use a filter on them, a list filter on them, which I found is the easiest way. So, but yeah, so basically what I can do now, actually, I haven't tried this yet, so I don't know what's going to happen. I want to see what will happen if I put this in here, so I know going forward what's going to happen. Also, this is too much. So I do need a stack of redstone, and just give me a stack, 8 quartz, because the recipe for the rose quartz is the same. 1 nether quartz, 8 redstone equals 1 there. And that seems to be the only recipe you can get from it with these 2 mixed in there. So if I put this off in here, I should get off in there just rose quartz, and it just comes out straight up, gets polished. And there we go. And that gives me 8 of them at a time. So yeah, what I wanted. And then I haven't automated pressing anything yet. That's another thing I don't have over here automated to the system yet. It's right here. I'm still not sure how I would go about automating this. I mean, I know I can, but the problem is I think this needs a depot, right, to press onto, because I don't think it can press onto the ground, can it? I have anything in here that can press? Not off the top of my head. Copper. Copper works. Nope. It has to be a depot, apparently. Huh. I have it in here somewhere. Well, I mean, you can also use a belt. I know you can also use a belt. Yeah, this whole thing is a mess, trying to find what I'm looking for. But I swear I have, there it is. So if we ponder over it. Yeah, it shows a deal, but you can use belts. I know. So basically I could just, yeah, like this. I could do a belt. It'll come through, press it, and then go on to the next one. And then I can have a pickup system on there. And then you can compact items, but you need a basin to do compacting. And I have compacting drawers, really, if I want to do compacting for things. Unless it's a special recipe. But yeah. So basically I need to take this and move it around. But the thing of it is I don't think I have enough stress units over here. I think I've pretty much maxed it out. I've made a stressometer and a speedometer so I can look at things. So if I look at this, so 256, like it's supposed to be, and the whole system is at 87%. And that's the max I can have on this, 8,192, before I have to make another one. One thing I tried to do is I tried to connect this and this together, but it just breaks. It doesn't go together like that, I guess. I haven't looked it up yet to see if that's true or if I did something wrong. But I basically had this over here, like right on top of a gear shift right here on this line. And it was connected still right over there. But as soon as I hooked this and I started this, it just broke the windmill bearing. The windmill bearing just popped off into the world, which means something you're trying to do something that it doesn't let you do. And I'm wondering if it's just because it was too much together. I also had this. I tried expanding this up to another 40. There is 40 in total on this one windmill that was built already into the world. And then I added 40 more to it, 10 on each arm, because it's 10 on each arm. So it was 20 on each arm. And well, no, it was 10 more on each arm. Well, actually that would be, no, I did only add 40. So my brain ain't mathing right now because of all this stuff. But yeah, I only added 40 more to the whole system. So so that was 10 more on each arm. And it wasn't enough to run the whole system, so I had to build this extra. And the next step was building this extra, but hooking it into the system to combine them together. But that apparently doesn't work. And that is the and so everything just stopped. Every time either one of them I tried making go would just break the windmill bearing of whichever one I activated next. I even tried changing the direction of it, and that worked, but I think that messes things up in that it makes some things go slower and some things go faster. So everything coming from that direction to this direction goes at that speed, but everything wherever I put this thing was, and I put it like right here, it made everything else from here go slower. So yeah, I think it just can't combine together for some reason. Is what I'm thinking. I'm going to have to look that up to see how that works. If there's a way to do it, I just don't know. Okay, because you can combine water wheels, as you can see over here, but like windmill bearings, I guess you can't. But the water wheels you can, like this. And that's just one whole system added onto each other. But this one is, I guess, doesn't add on to each other. I don't know if they limited the system for some reason. Maybe it messed things up in the world. I don't know. When you went too fast. And I don't think you'll put down enough water wheels to make it too fast in the regular and the water wheel way. Which is true. It does. You do need like a ton of them if you want to get up to 256 RPMs with it. But yeah, I don't technically know why that doesn't work, but it doesn't. At least it didn't for me. I probably did something wrong, or it is not supposed to do that. But yeah, so I am happy that I have this over here. How many, how much is this use? 320 at this current speed. I'm going to try hooking it to the system and see what it does. I have this right here where I can hook it and, okay. So at 256, it uses 2048 SU. Okay. Okay. So that's interesting to know. 2048 SU. This is using 1024 because it's at half speed. I don't know if it's possible to. I don't think it is. I don't think I can do another half speed down to 128. Like if I put a shaft here and another adjustable chain gang gear shift underneath another gearbox, I don't think I can get more. I don't think it'll work. Because it still uses 1,000 and I don't have, I mean, I have 1,000 left, but I don't think I have much left. Yeah, 1,024 left. I don't think there's enough at having that. I'm going to look at that again. Can I have that? If so, it would be like perfect, wouldn't it? Yeah. If I could somehow have this, it would work. That it just depends on if there's decimals. If there's decimals, it won't work no matter what I do. Because it'll round either up. If it rounds up, it screws it over. And I'm pretty sure they round it up. It will round up. So if I do that, yeah, I don't know if I want to even try that right now. So at 8192, this is like 2560. I would need to add another 100 something to this one since it's 40. I would need to add. Let me grab out my calculator. I've been using my calculator a lot today, so so I would need to get to 128 minus 40 needs 88 more, which I could do. The problem is it would clip through the ground. It's too close to the ground. It wouldn't work. I would actually have to rebuild this whole thing higher, either higher or just make another one of those. And I'm not going to do that for just one machine. I can go ahead and expand this out like I had it before. It gave me 5,000 something. So I could put it at like probably 128. And it would work just fine. I'm not sure if this would give me 128 or not. I don't think so. It would be half of this to get 128. Which is 8192 divided by 2. 4,096. So 4,096. It would work if I added like that extra 40. If I remember correctly, I was at 5,000 something, 5,200 or something like that. And well, basically, if I take this number and double it, it would give me my number. 2560. 2560 times 2 is 5120. So that would be my number, and I could do half. I could do 128 at least. I could probably do a little bit more than 128. It's something to think about if I ever need it. I'm not sure what I would want it for, personally. I'm probably going to take this whole system up. Except for the burning deal. I do need a gear shift here, though, to go out that way for the haunting that I need. I don't know where my packed brick is that I had. That's here. Packed mud. I don't know where that is. I can do this real quick. I have one. I just made one to test out the system. I have one somewhere. I don't know where it is, but I had one somewhere. Is it in the box? Nope. I could have swore I had another precision mechanism. I tested the system and it worked. I just swore I had another one. Huh. I could have swore I had it in here. I just swore I had it in here because I was testing the system. Alright, well, I do have a gold sheet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have everything I need to make this. Is mine iron nuggets not in here? It would be right here if I had any, but I guess not. Okay, so let's do this then. Go. And I need one of these. And this. I'll fix it in just a second. I just needed to get out. I think I have to do this. Because I need to go grab a large cogwheel. Oh, really? Okay. I thought it would come this way with it. Okay, so real quick. What I need is I'm gonna need some gearboxes and some shafts. Okay, it does go the correct direction. And here we're going to find out if it works. I don't think this is going to work. I think it's not big enough. So I need a basin. Not a basin, a depot is my next request. And then I need a press. I think as soon as I hook up the mechanical press, it's going to break. No, it doesn't. Wow, really? I could have swore this would have broken. And entered the system here. Oh, it's my freaking farm. Fix goddamn creeper or something about to sneak up on my ass. I would have panicked my ass off. It's a little bit too close to everything. So if I do that, yeah, that works. Problem is I can't take it out with it like this, doing it from the bottom. If I want to do that, I have to use a cog. So yeah, if I want to do my hopper deal, or maybe I don't need to. Maybe if I think I have, I think I have another funnel. Yeah, brass funnel. And okay, so I have a brass funnel. I have a barrel. This would be the perfect test for this. I set it like this because I don't know if this will automatically put into a deal underneath it or if it would just drop it on top. So this would actually be the perfect test for that. So if I put that there and make it go out and throw in a barrel here, I'm pretty sure this will not put it in that barrel. Maybe if it was one higher. Let's see what happens. We can do gravel. We can go get a piece of gravel and see what happens. Do like 10. Okay, so like I thought. Oops. Okay. So like I thought, that didn't work. But if I take the barrel and I place it one higher, does that work? No. No, that does not work. Okay. Didn't think so. Didn't think so. See, the reason why I thought this might work is you can actually pick up from this one away. So if we go over here, if we look at my rose quartz section, or where is it? I have this section right here. So see how this is actually like, it seems like one block away. It's technically not. It's actually picking up off of this right here and putting it in the barrel. So what this does is, I think what this does is it spits it out onto this, and this automatically picks it up from a section and puts it in a barrel. It can't go the other way. I noticed that when I was messing with things, learning how to do infinite lava and a creative world. So yeah. So basically what I have to do is I have to do this, do that, and then if I do that, that will do that. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I have a kind of automation and just, you know, put things in like I did before, really. And this I could automate if I wanted to do belts, but I'm fine just sticking it on there because I could just leave a stack on there and it'll be done. Okay. Okay. Now what the hell happened? My keybind should be fine. I think sometimes it happens that when I click out of it, it messes up. My keybind should be fine. What's going on? I haven't changed my keybinds at all. I've been playing for hours. What the hell? I don't know what that's about. Okay. So really quick, I wanted to go over and show you what I did to turn off the system over here. It's actually pretty easy. There's a item in Create that they give you that allows you to do it pretty easy. You don't have to do anything, any redstone or anything really. You just need to make a line basically of redstone to what you want to turn off, and this thing will has some logic in it that'll turn it off. So this is what you get. You get a threshold switch. You can set it to stacks or items, whichever you want, and you can change the numbers. So redstone up, power off, when, power on, when. So when this thing gets to 26 stacks, which is one section left, it will turn on the redstone and turn on the clutch, which will stop the system. With it, when I take out less than 15 stacks, the system will turn back on. So, yeah. And with that, I've gone and done a little bit of enchanting. I mainly did it on the books. I didn't do it onto diamond armor, which is what I'm looking for. But I did get a couple of interesting enchants. I'll show you. Like, that thing was, like, at, like, 20 or 23 stacks or something like that when I started taking out XP. That's why it's so low right now. But, yeah, I've been doing some enchanting. So I got a looting 2 book, feather falling 4, a digging, sharpness 4, infinity, and a power 4, and a silk touch that I'm actually kind of hoping to hold on to use with the printer. So this is what I want. So it's a brass sheet, a spout, and a block of iron will make you the printer, which basically lets you copy books. It takes XP, so we have to turn things into XP liquid. And then you put the book on the filter thing, and it will, and you put a book on there, and it will copy the book. A lot cheaper than the other way around. And then you can do it. So filter slot, yep. And pass in the corresponding fluid, which is the liquid XP copying written book. Well, this is just a written book, changing package patterns, and then duplicating enchantment books with the liquid XP. Also name items, copy train schedule, copy clipboard, change package address, and more. Use JAI for recipes. But yeah, so basically copying books is what it's for. So you get the enchantment you want, and then you do a printer with it. So I'm basically going to be done for the day. I'm going to just end this episode early. It's been 44 minutes, so it's not that early, but it's still early enough where we've been going like an hour and a half, 2 hours lately. So, but that's pretty much all I did was set this whole thing up today. And get this over and get that over there where it'll turn off. I am so happy that I can finally do spaghetti in Minecraft. Because that's basically what I did. You know, pasta with meatballs, man. Pasta with meatballs. A nice spaghetti. Oh, man. It's So good. I'm so happy I was able to do this. It took some finagling and some cursing, I'm not gonna lie. Especially this part, getting this part. This is way too compact. This actually needs a lot more room to make it more workable. Especially if you want to make it automatable, where you can you can just put in cogs and stuff and it will go into the deployers. Yeah. That's going to take some more work. If you want it fully automatic, where you just input an item and get item out. But it'll get there. How's our farm doing? I didn't even look while I was over here. Yeah, we got 5,000 tomatoes, 2,600 beets, 1,700 cabbages, 3,800 wheat, over 4,000 potatoes, onions, carrots, and 493 rice. And these guys in here, I've locked in all of their deals, especially for the ones that you can't like change or anything. So just spent a little bit of time in there emeralding up and choosing which ones I wanted. I need to breed my pigs again. I haven't done that lately. Yes, I know. It's very, very noisy over here. There is no mute mod, unfortunately. I think there's a pig over here. Or there was. There we go. And now we got more baby pigs for pork later on. And then every now and then I just come in here, grab eggs, just walk around grabbing eggs and take them and throw them off into our kitchen. Also, that's the wrong one. It goes off in here with all the meat. Or animal byproduct, I guess you could say. Not our crop plots. So I have a lot more stuff. I'm not done yet. I'm nowhere near done. Like, my big goal was what I was telling you about. Making the factory is basically what I want to do, is make a big factory. I think that's going to be our end goal. And then from there, we'll go play a different pack, maybe with some create off in it. I'm not sure. It just depends on if I want to do that or if I want to take a break and play something else for a little bit. And then that's the end goal, I guess. To get there, though, we're going to need still more things. I'm going to want the enchanting completely done. So we're going to need to set up Liquid XP. We're going to need to set up a printer. We're going to need to set up a forge. We're going to need to set up a way to get Hyper XP. So that's all got to be done. And that'll be done before we get to the building of the factory. We're still going to leave this here until then. And then from building up the... Sorry, I'm very tired. I used my brain too much today, basically. So after the XP farm, or during the XP farm, we might take a break. There is a couple of things we need to do. I need to go exploring and get dripstone first. And then as soon as I get dripstone, I can start working on infinite lava pool. I know how to get one now. It's actually pretty easy. It's just we're going to have to wait for our iron to build up. I might see about if I can get a better iron, a higher output iron deal. I was at 200 something, 70 something iron earlier, and I took a bunch out and put into the house. We're back up to 167. I think we're at like 76 or something like that beforehand, so we haven't even gotten 100 yet in the time I've been making this video, and a little bit before making this video. So I'm going to need to increase my iron production which we'll need to make better cobblestone production, basically, to start with. And then, you know, go from there. With that, I'll be able to make all the mechanical drills I need to drill out a section of earth, to make an infinite lava pool. I'm also going to go ahead and decorate it. I'm going to need a crap ton of stone, which we'll get from drilling. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to make a 9x9 hole in the ground, going down at least 64, I think it was. Hold on, let me check. It is damn. Close this one, not that one. 62 blocks in the ground at least. So we're going to have to dig down 62 from whatever Y level we start at. I don't know yet where I'm going to put it. I might put it like right here. So it's kind of centralized, because I don't know totally yet where the factory is going to go. I'm thinking the factory will be on this plateau here. But yeah, so that would be a good place for the lava pit if everything is over there for the factory. A thing we can do to flatten out the terrain a lot easier is do rollers. So basically rollers, where are they? So basically rollers, we need to make crushing wheels, which means we need to make mechanical crafting, which is also something we're going to have to do. But rollers, they clean paths and terrain so they can break blocks in front of them, but there's a chance that you get nothing when you do that. So don't do this to get resources. But it also allows you to specify a paving material. It will place that material if you have that there. And that's a train right there. So we're going to have to build a train as well, which means we need more iron, because I'm pretty sure trains are going to be brass and iron intensive. So, and brass is copper and zinc intensive. So yeah, there's a lot that we got left to do before we even get to the end. I'm pretty sure it's going to take us probably at least 10, if not 20 more episodes to get everything done that I want to do. And the end goal of the factory itself is not the end goal. We want to build the factory, but what we do in the factory is our end goal. And my end goal is to automate all the basic resources: copper, zinc, gold, redstone, diamonds, iron, of course, and all that stuff. Quartz, if we can, is what we want to do. Is I want to get all of those basic resources and do that as a factory. Lapis, all that stuff. So that's what we're going to do. Automated stripping of wood is easy. I probably would just do a input output thing where I personally input and they output, instead of being it all automatic like the other resources would be. But as soon as we get that all resource deal, we're basically in creative mode. As soon as we get all of that, the only thing to do would be to build other things and craft bigger things. It's just expand. And while that is a very good thing to do with Create, I kind of don't want to do that. I was just doing it to learn Create. So I think my end goal test will be creating this factory, which will, I don't know, make one of each resource every, I don't know, 3 to 5 minutes, if I can get to that point. I don't know. We'll see. I guess we should also make an automated animal farm. That's another thing we should do, where we can automatically kill animals, shear animals, get all the animal resources. I'm totally not sure how we would do that. My thought process on that is how do you automate this without killing too many animals? How do you limit the number of animals you kill? You know, how do you get the baby animals out if that's the route you're going to go, to let them grow up to be the slaughter and to keep the parents happy? Because don't you? I'm pretty sure you would need at least 4 animals, right, to be at any type of good production. I mean, you can do just 2, one of each, but that limits you pretty hard on the time, because it's like 6 minutes for breeding cows, right? Let me see. I have wheat in here somewhere. Just want to breed 2 cows. Five minutes. Okay, 5 minutes. Pigs are ready to breed again already. So let me go ahead and take... I'll just do one more breeding. Five minutes on that. Is it 5 minutes on everything? Yeah, apparently it's 5 minutes on everything. These guys lay eggs all the time, which kind of is breeding, but you can force breed them with seeds. Which is 5 minutes as well. So everything is 5 minutes. So everything is 5 minutes there. Hmm. So it takes, so just 2 animals will take them 5 minutes to reach breeding. If you double it, that's 2 animals per 5 minutes. But do you need more than... It depends on how often you cook, really. For just a single person, I don't think you would actually need more, would you? You wouldn't need more, I don't think. I just don't like the texture, but I guess it is what it is. I was hoping for smooth texture. Not the greatest, but okay. It's not that bad. Maybe it has to be a block. A little bit too rough for me. I want something smooth. Okay, didn't think so. What's the polish look like? I just want to see the texture of it. Okay, the texture of the polish is a lot smoother. So, and I do like the colors. They match with the spruce wood. The strip spruce wood log. I just don't know about this wool. I don't think I like the wool. If I do this, do that. There's a smooth oak planks. What does that look like here? Looks not bad, but I don't think I want oak planks. Maybe spruce planks as smooth. Yeah, polished as well. Let's try polished. Yeah, that looks good. that. All this time spent on one deal. I know, but I want to do this anyway. There we go. So eggs. I have so many eggs. Let's do that. And just do that. I know it was a waste, but it was fun. Sometimes it's good to just waste your time, you know. Things. Oh, I'm full in here. I guess I'm going to have to put it here. All right. So I'm going to thank everybody for watching. Well, it's ended an hour long now. It's over an hour now. I got automation mainly. It's input. It's manual input, but automatic output for a lot of things. So I will see y'all later. Y'all have a nice time, whatever time it is in y'all's part of the world. Bye.